What is going on, everybody? Great news. As you can tell by the title, we're here to talk about the fact that the Batgirl movie is canceled. Fucking sick. Like, pretty much all the major movie YouTube channels, DC YouTube channels, and everything in between, and mixed with those two things, they're all on YouTube online, and they're talking about this, but they're being very polite. I'm not going to be as polite. I'm going to be very realistic. I'm not going to be as polite. They're they're talking about how they're optimistic about this decision to cancel the Batgirl movie, but at the same time they're a little like, oh, it's a shame when all this people put all this work into something we don't get to see it. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Because here's the thing: if it's better for the franchise and the fandom as a whole to cancel it, fucking cancel it, which is what they've done. Now, the official story that's being put out is the movie's like done, and the official story is they're coming out. This is Discovery, Warner Brothers in DC. It's no longer AT&T. It's new management. There's new people involved that have a say. And the story is it doesn't gel with our desire to make DC movies big blockbuster theatrical events. And I'm sitting there going, why? Because for a while now, the plan with the Batgirl movie was going to be to put it on HBO Max, and it was just going to premiere and stream on there. But just don't do that. Put it in theaters if you want it to be a big theatrical release. I'm not buying it. Like, here's the thing: I don't work in that industry. I don't know anybody on the inside. All I can go off of is what I'm being told, what I see, what I observe, and then like what I put together in my own mind using my own brain. Something just fell over. Fuck me. What I'm able to put together with my own mind and what I feel in my gut. And what my gut is telling me is this. It's going to be a bit of a long-winded explanation, but let's go over the timetable here. Let's go over all the facts. If you guys remember, a several months back, I put out a video about the upcoming Flash movie, and it basically said don't go see this movie. Don't go see it until all the leaks and spoilers are out. Check the leaks and spoilers, see what the movie contains in its story, see what happens in the movie, and if it's some dumb shit, don't pay money for this movie. Well, the reason I said that and put that video out is because a couple days prior to me putting that video out, some leaks were leaked, and these leaks basically said that the Flash movie was going to be used to. They used the word soft reboot. Didn't really sound that soft to me, but they said soft reboot the DC movie universe, the DCEU. And the repercussions of the Flash movie were going to be Ben Affleck, no longer Batman. Henry Cavill, no longer Superman. And instead, the main Batman of the DC movie universe, the DCEU, was going to be Michael Keaton. But he was going to be kind of older. He was going to be more of a mentor figure. And he was not really going to be putting on the bat suit and going out into Gotham as Batman as often as you would think, or as you would want even. Instead, the main Bat vigilante presence in Gotham City moving forward from the Flash movie was going to be Batgirl. And then on top of that, with the whole No More Superman thing, after the Flash movie, the new status quo was going to be there is no Superman, there is this Supergirl. And she was also going to show up in the Flash movie for the first time, along with Michael Keaton. These rumors and leaks were given credit by the fact that there were some people saying these leaks and talking about them and saying they were true. And these people, I tend to believe their credibility. They've been working in, entertainment journalism, entertainment news for quite some time. I definitely know that they definitely have connections by now, and they were saying, yeah, this is the way it was going to go. One of them was Grace Rudolph, I don't know. But yeah, she was saying, yeah, this is all true. That's fucking nuts. Like, Here's the thing. I like Michael Keaton's Batman. I can rewatch Batman Returns, and enjoy them, but he's old. And I'm sorry, Warner Brothers and DC. It does not matter how bad you want it, and it does not matter how great and iconic and influential and groundbreaking the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel was. It's fine for a little one and done story. All right, the graphic novel, old Batman, he's old. Graphic novel, great. They did a little two-part animated movie, great. It was used as heavy inspiration for The Dark Knight Rises, great. It's done now. We are fucking over old Batman. We don't want it. If you need any more confirmation that we don't want it, look at people's response to Ben Affleck as Batman, and I'm one of the people I kind of liked his Batman, but I recognize that a lot of people thought it sucked. A lot of people, it was very mixed. But then you look at the Robert Pattinson Batman, and it's almost universally like, this is the shit we were talking about. Thank you. That's what we're fucking talking about. It did very well, despite the fact that it was, it was still suffering from the ending of the COVID restrictions and whatnot. It still managed to gross $700 million. The Batman with Robert Pattinson was well received. That's the Batman. That's more or less the Batman we want. Namely, younger. He's fucking younger. That means he can grow into the role. He can grow as a character. The actor is younger. He has an easier time staying in shape. And if you look at Robert Pattinson in the Batman movie, he wasn't like jacked and ripped, but it's like when you're younger, it's easier to stay in decent shape. So yeah, it's like people want the younger Batman. We're over older Batman, but they keep trying to push old Batman. And I also kind of felt that they used it as a way to sort of like push some progressive social issue thing, like, we're going to take the two biggest characters in the DC roster, Superman and Batman, and we're going to replace them with female versions. No, don't fucking do that. That's fucking stupid. Here's the deal, guys. And if this pisses people off, I'm sorry, this is just the way it is. All of the biggest, like, entertainment franchises and brands, DC, Marvel, Star Wars, all this shit, it was created back in a time that was kind of sexist. I'm not disagreeing with that, but that's when it was invented. So the characters, yes, they tend to be white men, but it doesn't change the fact that they are what they are. What's done is done, and those are the characters in the franchises that are the biggest, best ones. You don't get to go changing them. You don't. Sorry. So yeah, the Flash movie, and to tie this all into Batgirl, another thing that kind of made me think that the Flash leaks were correct is if you looked at the cast for the Batgirl movie, Michael Keaton was in there, and the Batgirl was definitely meant to be a DCEU movie. So that only made me believe that, like, this is true. After Flashpoint, like, Ben Affleck's gone, our main Batman is Michael Keaton. He's not going to be Batman all that much, and even if he was Batman in the costume doing Batman shit a lot, I'm sorry, Michael Keaton was a great Batman. He's too old. He's too old. We don't want old Batman. We don't want old Batman. We don't want old Batman. We don't want it. So that was going to be a bad call. All of that was going to be a bad call. Now, fast forward a little bit, several months, and it turns into, well, we get around the time when the Flash movie was supposed to be coming out. It finished filming, let's see here. It finished filming March 31st, 2022. No, that can't be correct. Oh, sorry, nope, that's not that. The Flash movie finished filming in October of 2021. So, yeah, and it was originally scheduled, I believe, for a release date of, I mean, it's had several release dates, but it was supposed to be June 3rd, 2022. It was supposed to be out by now, this year. but then they pushed it back. Somewhere, I don't know if exactly if it was before the leaks or after the leaks, but they pushed it back a full year. Now it's coming out end of June 2023. And once again, the official story is it's because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We want to make sure this can be a big theatrical release, and the COVID-19 pandemic, we want to make sure it's well away from that. Okay, once again, not in the industry, don't know anybody on the inside, but my gut's telling me that's horseshit. My gut's telling me is this leak, especially now with the cancellation of Batgirl and the new ownership of Warner Brothers and DC by Discovery. New people came in, saw the information that was in the leaks about Flash, saw the reaction to the leaks, and they took action. And they said, okay, we can't get rid of the Flash movie completely because we do need to reboot the DC movie universe a little bit. Like, Zack Snyder fucked it up. Everyone wants to just suck Zack Snyder's dick now because the Snyder Cut was great. Let's all remember Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel. And I'm talking about the extended edition of Batman v Superman, not the theatrical release. The extended version is really not that much better, let's be honest. Both of those movies were him. They were Zack Snyder. Man of Steel, mixed. Batman v Superman, very mixed. He was not taking it in the right direction. Yeah, the Snyder Cut turned out to be pretty good, actually. But he fucked up. I've said this before in videos. Zack Snyder fucked up in that he took the audience for granted. He assumed that he could tell part one of a story, and he assumed that he could tell part of a story, have it kind of end in this weird way that no one really understood, and that they would just automatically come back for the next part to see and where he would tie it all together and make it make sense. No, you don't get to do that until you've achieved Marvel post Avengers. Like, once Marvel did the Avengers, that's when they kind of got okay, the fans are on board. We'll try whatever you want to throw at us. You got to earn that, DC. You don't get to just have it. And Zack Snyder thought that they just had it. So the DCEU definitely needs to be rebooted, soft rebooted, so they can't throw out the Flash movie entirely. They need to use the Flash movie to soft reboot it. But we got to make these changes. We can't replace Superman and Batman with women. It's not going to happen. Can't be done. That's dumb. They're the two most iconic superheroes in the world, in human history. They might be, and they're just two of the most iconic fictional characters, period. We can't replace them with women. Doesn't matter how progressive the times are getting. It's not happening. So I have a feeling deep down, like, yeah, sure, getting farther away from the COVID pandemic is always a good idea with movies, but I kind of have a feeling that they wanted time to make changes. And because of that, I'm not saying that I bet money on it, but I will not be the least bit surprised if the Flash movie gets pushed again even further into like late 2023, maybe even early 2024. I won't be the least bit surprised. And what makes me think that is the Batgirl cancellation, because it just doesn't, their excuse doesn't make sense. It doesn't gel with our goal to make DC movies big theatrical blockbusters. Well, it would if you put it in theaters. That's all you really got to do is put it in the theaters. It's them saying without saying, like, look, we know that we just know that this movie's not going to be well received. It's not. It's not. It's us trying to say that, like, hey, Batman's old and he doesn't really do Batman shit, and it's mostly Batgirl now. It's not gonna be well received. It's just fucking not. So yeah, I'm so glad it's not coming out. Uh, Anyone who's paid attention to my channel, you know that I'm kind of like I collect toys, I collect merchandise. I'm a collector. I like to collect shit. One of the things I collect is the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse toy line. This is the Robert Pattinson Batman. Um, I bought the Robert Pattinson Batman, but and I bought the Justice League ones. I kind of regret it because they don't really look that good. And then I saw the Black Adam. I did not get any of the Suicide Squad ones, and then the Black Adam ones were revealed, and I thought about pre-ordering them, but I ultimately decided not to for the same reason that I didn't get the Suicide ones. Su- Excuse me, the Suicide Squad ones. It's because I don't know where your movie universe is going. Do you really still have one, or are you just making movies and throwing them out there? Like, I don't know. I don't see. Before I commit myself to collecting DCE, like building a collection of DCEU characters, like character figures, I need to know that there is a DCEU and that it's not just a bunch of wibbly wobbly, throw shit at the wall, see if it sticks crap. So that's the state of the DCEU. It's no one knows what's going on. Do you have a plan? What, and if so, what is the plan? That's the biggest thing with like film, and it's like even if they do come up with a plan, they can't just tell you the plan. That spoils the movie. So yeah, the plan is we're gonna release the Flash movie, and it's gonna have these repercussions. This shit's gonna happen. Flash is gonna do this. Flash is gonna do X, which is gonna lead to Y, and then in the next movie after that, we'll have this. They can't do that. It spoils the story. But at the same time, I think a huge chunk of the audience is going, look, we're not going to invest ourselves in this if we don't know it's going somewhere good. So Warner Brothers, they've got themselves in a bind, and the only way out of it is the only way that's ever been out of it, and that is to just do what the fans want, make it as good as you can, so that it sells. That's it. That's all you can do. And yeah, at the beginning, you're probably not going to see a big difference right away. You're probably not going to see a big turnaround right away because it's going to take a little while. The movies are going to have to come out. At first, people are going to be unwilling to give them a chance because the brand is kind of tarnished. But some people inevitably will give them a chance. They'll check them out. They'll be good. It'll spread word of mouth. Hey, this DC movie was actually pretty good. Check it out. More people will check it out. Another one will come out. More people will check that out. And next thing you know, people will be saying, hey, have you consider trying DC movies again? Like they've kind of gotten their shit together. But in order for that to happen, big changes would have to be made. Like ballsy changes. Like putting out a statement that says, these previous movies in the DCEU are stricken from the record. Yes, we made them. We put them in theaters. We sold them on Blu-rays. You've all seen them. But in terms of the overall story of the DCEU, they never, ever, ever fucking happened. And what they're gonna need, the ones that they would have to get rid of. Let's think about this. It looks like Henry Cavill's not coming back. As much as people, and I'm one of them, would kind of like him to come back, it looks like he's not coming back. I think he's pretty much content with his Witcher thing and whatever other projects he's got going for him. I don't think he's coming back to play Superman. And Superman is fucking Superman. So we're going to need a new Superman with a new Superman origin movie. So Man of Steel is out. Batman v Superman is Dawn of Justice is out. What else? The Wonder Woman movie can stay. It's just well, can it? I'd have to rewatch it because there's those like email scenes between her and Bruce Wayne. You don't see Bruce Wayne, but it's kind of like it's going off of the whole like photograph of her that was first brought up in Batman v Superman. Fuck, man. Imagine if they had to throw out the first three. Man, yeah. I mean, unless they wanted to do some Star Wars edit shit, like they just take it down off of HBO Max, take it down off of any Amazon to rent or buy or whatever. Go in there and digitally cut out the email scenes. Just take out the email scenes and just have it be this World War I origin story for Wonder Woman, and then put it back on HBO Max in that form. Put it back on Amazon to stream and rent and buy digitally, and it's this new form. It would kind of be like the original cuts of like the Star Wars trilogy. You know how like if you can go back far enough and find yourself like a kind of older VHS copy of the original Star Wars trilogy, like there's differences. It would kind of be like that kind of thing. So if they wanted to go that route, they could keep the Wonder Woman movie. Otherwise, the Wonder Woman movie's out. Suicide Squad, the first one, out, gone. What else? What else? What else? Justice League, gone. Even the Snyder cut and the original, gone. Damn, they are dropping. The only one we've possibly kept at this point is Wonder Woman. What else? What else? What else? I think Aquaman was the first one after Justice League. The only thing about Aquaman that fucks it up is there is this one scene when Mera first like meets with him. She comes out of the water, talks to him. He's with his dad, and she mentions Steppenwolf, and she mentions the Justice League fighting and defeating Steppenwolf. So it'd have to be like the same thing as the Wonder Woman. Digitally cut that shit out and move on. And pretend like that was never said. After Aquaman was Shazam. Shazam could work. I think, Shazam can work. Shazam can continue to be Shazam. You just have to take out the Superman scene at the end in the cafeteria. So we got Wonder Woman, Aquaman. The only ones that can stay are, well, let's finish up. Birds of Prey. I think Birds of Prey can stay. It wasn't very well received and popular, but I think it can stay. And then we've got The Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad, that can stay. Yeah, I think that's about it for DCEU movies. And then we're going to get into stuff that's not out yet, like Black Adam. So, out of the stuff that can stay, Wonder Woman can stay with some editing. Aquaman can stay with some editing. Shazam can stay with some editing. And the Suicide Squad can stay. That's it. Everything else has to be stricken from the record. And you have to edit those 4 films to take out those scenes that reference shit from movies that we're cutting out. That's the kind of like crazy balls to the wall reboot shit that they would have to pull to get this stuff in line, or just scrap absolutely motherfucking everything and go right back to square one. And either way, whether you're gonna do soft reboot and do all the edit and shit, or you're gonna just completely restart square one, either way, the Batman with Robert Pattinson, it would be the smart move to just make him the main Batman. It would. He can grow. I had gripes with the character, but he can grow. I didn't like the fact that he's so homemade. You know, I want him to have this crazy technology and gadgetry and gear that is like cutting edge that like no one else has. I want him to have that stuff. But a lot of people liked the homemade aspect of it. I want his mask to change. It's just leather. He needs to be wearing something that protects his head. I liked the suit. Other than that, to be honest, for the most part, yeah. So I think the Batman is the way to go. It just needs to be more crazy rich billionaire with crazy cutting edge technology. If he had, that's really the only, because if he's gonna get involved like Superman and Martian Manhunter and shit, the way Batman holds up against the big superheroes is he has the crazy cutting edge tech. That's the way he holds up. And he's also like the stealthy ninja rogue. He's not the one fist fighting Darkseid. So if they were smart, they would go ahead and use the Batman. With Robert Pattinson. But yeah, That's the kind of crazy balls to the wall shit that they would have to pull to get this right, and they're off to a start with it by just completely canceling the Batgirl movie. I 100% think that's a move in the right direction. Just cancel it. Just fucking that's it. They're not saying it. I wish that they would just say it, but they're not. But they're canceling the Batgirl movie. To me, it's good enough. I can read into that. That's them saying, "Look, we fucked up. We're sorry. We fucked up, and since we fucked up, we got to take the L. We can't make the fan base take the L. We can't make the franchise take the L. We got to take the L. So, we're going to cancel this movie. We're going to eat the fucking cost because that's on us for this dumbass decision. And we're going to move forward from here." That's fucking great. That's what's supposed to happen when you fuck up. You take ownership of it, you take accountability of it. It's fucking great. So it's definitely the right move. It's definitely a step in the right direction. It makes me think that they have a plan. It gives me hope that they're going to get this shit together. Whether they do, soft reboot, remove some things, keep others, or if they're going to go completely back to square one, I don't know. Yeah, and like I said, Batgirl is completely canceled, and I think that's because of the plan of what it was going to be done after the Flash movie. And I don't think that's what was in the leaks. I don't think that's what we're going to be getting anymore, because I think they came to their senses, or maybe it's they came to their senses. Maybe it's the new people from Discovery. They never lost their senses, but now they're involved, so they're like, hey, let's get the fuck in line. So either way, great. And yeah, I would not be at all surprised if the Flash movie gets pushed even farther, especially with all the shit with Ezra Miller in the media lately, and how he's just out of his damn mind. He is out of his damn mind. Just popping up in random places all over the world, fucking getting in fights and getting arrested and shit, and making videos about killing the KKK. Not that I support the KKK. I definitely 100% do not. But it's just like, bro, you're an actor. Like you play a weird wizard and a superhero. Like you ain't killing anybody. So you gotta calm down. But yeah, will not be surprised one bit if the Flash movie gets pushed even further. And I'll go so far as to say this, guys, if it does get pushed further, then you know what I've said here is correct. It wasn't because of COVID, it's because they want to make changes and they need more time to make those changes. The first hint is Batgirl being canceled, though, and it's great. People are being very polite and talking, oh, it's a shame, blah, blah, blah. No, get dead. Get dead, Batgirl. Get dead. We didn't want your ass anyway. Also, her suit looked like shit. The purple and yellow, get the fuck out of here. Her suit looked terrible. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy. And I have a feeling there's going to be an announcement soon, because this story of the Batgirl movie being canceled, it was very sudden, and now it's sparked a lot of discussion and commentary, and I have a feeling that all of this discussion and commentary, DC, Warner Brothers, and Discovery are going to feel pressured to, what's the word I'm looking for? Answer for more. So I also am kind of expecting another bigger announcement in the near future. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I'm happy the Batgirl movie is canceled. I'm not sad at all that I'm never going to get to see it. Oh well, if I want to see Michael Keaton as Batman, I'll rewatch his Batman movies. When he was Batman. He's too old now. It's over. It's over and done. It's time for a younger Batman. Old Batman sucks. We don't want old Batman. So, yeah, take that for what you will. Leave some comments below, get a discussion started. If anybody has any more amplifying information about this scenario, this situation with Batgirl getting canceled, put it down below. I'd be interested to know more info on it. If anyone has any inside information, please share. Other than that, if you like this video, please hit the like button. It helps out the channel. If you want to help out my channel even more, check out some of my other videos and subscribe. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys later.